All right, folks, this video we're going to upgrade our Acer Nitro 17. I've got to get another camera going here, and then we'll get on with it. Probably some better lighting too, for that matter. Let me grab one other thing that we need. Okay, so sorry about that. Hopefully I'll edit down the length of me walking off. Then we're gonna set this camera up. All right, folks, so in this video we are going to upgrade our Acer Nitro 17, and we need one more light going. It's a little dark in here. All right, hopefully that helps, folks. Maybe even, does that affect you guys? Okay. So what do we need for this upgrade? Well, we're going to need an additional drive, right? This is NVMe M.2 Gen 3, Gen 4, whatever floats your boat. You will need, we'll figure out which screwdriver, but either electronic screwdriver, maybe a number 0 Phillips, guitar pick. That's going to be needed to wedge this open. Now, if you didn't do it already, make sure your laptop's off, all right? So, I'm sure there's other videos out there. Some of them, no audio. Some of them by people that speak other languages, whatever. You're getting an American doing this one, all right? So make sure you like it. Actually, some of you might not like Americans, but whatever floats your boat out there. So let's just make sure when we open this that it's not actually on. Okay. And this is Acer recertified. I forgot about that part. So I bought this i7-13700H with a RTX 4060. This thing is freaking ginormous. I kind of wish I would have went with the 15.6 or 16 and did the RTX 4070. It goes like 1100, but it might have been an i5 1300H. So, this power processor is definitely better than the 12th gen ones. So there's the advantage to that. All right, so if you're wondering why is this guy not dressed a little better for the show, the YouTube, what do you expect? No, I'm going to work out here shortly. We got a fitness channel. We got to keep those people happy. So there'll be 2 versions of this video. One will be landscape, one will be portrait. You can see different angles of the video. And of course, that's something I need to pay a little better attention to. One of the cameras, I don't always do the best job of angling. Oops. All right. So, how many screws are we taking out of this? 3, 6, 8 so far. I think there's one here. So yeah, number 0 seems to work pretty good. Sometimes you end up multiple times you do this, you will screw up your screws. lack of better English. And if that happens, then you might end up having to go with even smaller Phillips, maybe even a flathead. Hopefully you don't have to drill out the screw. And of course, you know, folks, you get what you pay for buying cheap ass tools like this one. You know, it's supposed to be magnetic, but it does more damage to the screws than it should. So we are got to be getting close. Now, level of difficulty on this, folks, you know, I'm not going to say this is beginner stuff, because beginner could be a freaking, you know, 5-year-old kid. There's a good chance if a 5-year-old kid's doing this, he's gonna break something. You can completely screw up your laptop doing this, so be careful. Be careful, folks. All right. Now, it's probably not the first time this has been opened, but it probably won't be the last. Now, I always try and look at my guitar pick here. We're trying to find a spot in the casing, if we're even looking in the right spot. So some places are easier than others. I may need a thinner guitar pick. I may have found a spot here. Sometimes it's just easier than other times doing it. There we go. So, what is over here? If I was to flip this over, this would be on the left-hand side. So, left-hand bottom, there was a gap there that definitely easier to get in and out of. So, there we go. It's off. All right. These things are super flimsy. So, now, here is our drive, it would appear. Here is where we want to put our additional drive. And guess what? They didn't provide any screws. Or did they? Let's see here. If we're lucky, there's a screw on top. Yep, they did provide it. Okay. So, I don't have a SATA on me to see if a SATA drive helps, but we are basically upgrading from 1 terabyte to 1+2 with this. So we'll have 3 terabytes in this computer, which is going to be awesome. And be, you know, taking this when I travel. And it's nice to have, you know, more games, music, videos on here. So since we've taken this apart, you can see here's the battery. Okay. This should be for Wi-Fi. There is, like I said, the original Gen 4 drive. Now you could have did restore, and ended up taking. I'm not sure we got the best angle from here. Battery, original drive. This is the new drive we put in, obviously. Wi-Fi. All right. So as I was saying, we could have did like a restore of this drive or whatever it's called. Basically, back the whole drive up and then put a new drive in, and boom, you know, basically we could have replaced that with a bigger drive. I kind of 3 terabytes should be enough, but you know, the thing is, the amount of video footage that I make, man, when I think of that aspect, I start to wonder, do I really, is 3 terabytes even enough? I mean, because we're gonna have music. I want to have music on here, games, and some movies, and then hell, pictures, right? So it's a lot of it's a lot basically, and I sit there definitely pondering that maybe I should have went even bigger. All right, so this is your RAM over here, folks, underneath here. I'm not going to screw with mine. 16 gigs, it's I think it's enough for this laptop. I mean, it's if I want the best gaming and best, this or that, yeah, maybe upgrading might help a little. Going with a faster speed if there's one available that's compatible. Slightly, 16 gigs for most of the gaming I've done. I don't really see a huge increase if I go 16 to 32, 32 to 64. There are applications out there where it's beneficial, but most of you people bought this for gaming, and I think you're going to find that it's good enough. It's going to be good enough. Okay, so there's that. And now we just got to put the screws back in. Now I hopefully will remember. So I think we might have. Hopefully these are all the same size screws. That's always something that drives you nuts on these. Sometimes the screws are different lengths. Looks like they're all the same. All right. So try not to wreck the screws putting them back in, because next time you go and do this, it's going to be more difficult. And we ended up with 4, 8, oh, is it 11? I think we have 11 screws. As I was saying, though, hopefully I will remember in each video to provide a link to the other video. You may find, well, one of these views is going to end up on my my biggest channel. The other one is probably could end up on any of 3 or 4 other channels, to be honest with you. While I prefer to get as much monetization money as I can, I've also got another channel I'm trying to build up. Now, this was the Acer Nitro 17. To be honest with you, quite a few of the Acer Nitros, you're going to follow the same techniques I used. While it was obviously handy to have the guitar pick, there's other stuff at your house you'll be able to jab in there. Metal. Going with metal, not such a good thing, right? Like, yeah, you could probably stick a butter knife in there, but you might also take a chance of damaging something as well. As soon as we get all the screws in, we'll fire this back up. And I'm, honestly, yeah, I could edit this down, right? But you guys are seeing how long this is probably going to take you. If your hands aren't as big as mine, probably easier to hold on to these freaking screws. Yeah, so this laptop, folks, it is freaking big. It's heavy. I did a YouTube short on, how have you ever wondered how much these 17-inch gaming laptops are, right? And so that, can't say that made me a whole lot of money, but at least got some views. And interesting enough, if I could go back and do it again, I think I would buy the smaller laptop. Now, the bigger screen's nice. The reality is, a lot of times I bring a freaking monitor with me. So I probably still would bring a monitor because 24, 25, 27-inch screen is a lot better than this. Okay, so fire this up. And I should have probably did this on a towel or something. All right. So we'll pause the screen. All right, so of course this is reversed, so good luck reading it. But this is the original drive, 2 terabyte. So now I have 3 terabytes. Will I be good with that? You know, I think so, right? I mean, it's kind of ridiculous to think I need more than that, but who knows? We'll see. You know, maybe another couple years drives will drop in half again, and you know, we'll be able to afford another 4 drives for, I think 2 terabytes is about $78 to, you know, well into the hundreds if you buy a better brand. But hey, thanks for sharing the video. Please like, please subscribe.